In this video, I'm going to show you how to migrate a scheduled task from hosted version 6.8 to the new SiteAudit Hosted version 7.0. And the first thing I want to do is point you to the support site, support.netaphor.com. And once you log in to that site, you should see under this SiteAudit Hosted section and configuration an article titled Scheduling Reports for Hosted Clients. And the area of this article I want to focus on is down near the bottom here, and it's this area in green here. And what we're talking about here is migrating a scheduled report command to version 7. All right, so most of you that are running scheduled report for your hosted customers are likely running it for all your customers. And this is typically the command that you would use, where you're basically pointing to the view file, which is your SiteAudit view file. In this example, it's your inventory view that you've customized to generate a specific type of report that you want. And then you have this key file parameter that points to the key file that's being used to connect to your customer databases. And then you have an all keyword that specifies run this report for all of my customers that are accessible with this key file. When version 7.0, we no longer use key files. We're using something that's called a Dcf file. And this is more secure, but it does need to be created by you on the machine where the scheduled task runs. So all you have to do to migrate your scheduled task from version 6.8 to 7.0 is to create a Dcf file and then modify this command. So what you'll do is you'll just change, instead of pointing to a key file, you'll point to something called a Dcf file, which has an extension of SADCF. And if you are using the -all keyword, you must remove that. So that's it. Basically, everything else is the same. You'll have the -view file with the name of your view and path to it, the -key file argument and parameter here that specifies which, the key file parameter and its argument that specifies where that Dcf file is. So let's go ahead and just take an example of this. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I've logged into the SiteAudit 7 control panel, and this here would be the view that you would typically see when it launches. Come over here to administration and you'll see your Dcf Editor, and this is where you create your Dcf file. So when you launch this, it will show you all the customers that you have access to. And these are all the customers that you can use to run scheduled reports against, or if you use a SiteAudit Analyzer or any other tool that used to use a key file, it would now use a Dcf file. And so probably what you'll want to do is use select all customers. And what that will allow this Dcf, when you're scheduling a report, it'll run against all your customers. And if you get any new customers in the future, they'll automatically be included. But you can also include just a subset. So let's say, for example, I just want to run my scheduled report against these 4 customers. I could select them and add them and then save that Dcf file. So however you choose to do it, if you want to select all customers, or if you want to select one or some subset of those customers, just select those and then you'll save your file. So you click the save button and you can choose where you want this to go. And I'm going to send this to my scheduled reports folder, and I'm going to call it all customers. Okay, there we go. So we've created our Dcf file. Now let's go ahead and migrate our scheduled task to this new version. This is the location where I saved it. Here it is, my SADCF, which is the Dcf file. Here is my old key file that I was using in version 6.8, and this is my lifetime counters view that I'm going to be running a scheduled report against. Okay, so here is my scheduled task. It's called the lifetime counters report, and let's just take a look. in here I've been running it every month on the first Monday of each month, and this is my actions. And what we're going to do is edit this. You can double click this or just select it and hit edit. This won't change, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this and paste it into Notepad so that you can see what these arguments are. So this here is still pointing to my scheduled reports. Here's my view file. I'm still using the same view file, but now I'm going to change my key file extension. I am now going to point to all customers dash SADCF or dot SADCF. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this all keyword. Okay, so that's what you'll need to do, and that's how you want to replace what we have here. We'll just replace that with that command, and we're set. Okay, so if you take a look at that, all we've done is replaced what the key file that was mentioned before. We replaced it with a path to the DCF file, and we removed the dash all keyword. Okay, so now all we have to do is click OK, and now when our report runs at the first of each month, it will it'll use that DCF file to go out and access each of those customers' databases and create those reports. You can go ahead and run it now just to make sure that it runs and produces what you're expecting, and then from then on let it run on a schedule. So that's all for creating and migrating your scheduled task to version 7.